Brooks, and I live here in Durham, North Carolina, where we started a chapter of JVP a few years ago. We were compelled as American Jews to raise our voices, like many others, and to take action to end the occupation in Palestine, the occupation that is being done, as we know, in our names, and to end the Israeli apartheid state. And I want to express a profound gratitude to the BNC and to everybody working to support the BDS call, for visioning and for building this global movement for freedom and for welcoming us into this struggle. In 2014, so a couple of years ago now, our chapter of Jewish Voice for Peace here in Durham helped convene a coalition called Durham Drop G4S, and we brought together a number of faith leaders, peace groups, and student activists, Muslims, Christians, and Jews from around our area, and asked Durham County to end its $1 million contract with G4S, which was actually a contract that had been in effect for longer than anyone could remember. Our county commissioners and the staff and most Durham residents had no idea of G4S's reputation, but they heard from us, members of the coalition, including Palestinian refugees and Palestinian American young people. They heard us give testimony of the role that G4S plays in supporting the occupation, including people's own experience of passing through checkpoints while visiting their families in Palestine. And we asked, as part of our campaign, why do we spend Durham taxpayer money for private policing in our community anyways? We really wanted to make the connections between security and policing in the U.S. and in Palestine, and it's the BDS movement that made that possible. And then we won. Durham County did drop the contract, and now, after years of global pressure, we are so thrilled to be a small part of G4S finally ending its business in Israel. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be a part of this movement when we can just see the floodgates opening even wider so that other BDS targets can follow. As a JVP member, BDS is one of the most powerful globalized resistance movements of our times. And we know that our work for justice in Palestine is inseparable for our work for justice in the U.S., from support for the Black Lives Matter movement to confronting Islamophobia in our communities. And I really see in these times a growth also of people's courage and the vision people have to build grassroots resistance and confront power. I believe as JVP we are most powerful in our own integrity, beyond our tendencies to just be around people just like us and build community with people like us, and really practice the courage to build relationships across difference, acknowledging the privilege that we have access to, many of us who are white Jews. Even when our names and faces were in the newspaper as part of the Durham Drop G4S coalition, not a one of us who were working on that campaign was personally attacked or lost our jobs or our houses or were questioned by police. The privilege we experience is real. To me, JVP's work is spiritual work, and our commitment is to bring more of our kin into this work, and to have the privilege of continuing to fight demands of the BDS calls are met. We will work until our Jewish values means a commitment to ending violence, racism, and terror that is done in our names. And we must be willing as Jews, I feel, to confront our own desire for power and security, and we must challenge ourselves to reorient. We have to really face the discomfort and frustration of intervening in our own families, communities, and synagogues. And to refuse any solution that doesn't guarantee Jewish exceptionalism or unilateral power in Israel. And so this is the community we make at JVP to embolden each other. So I really welcome the chance to share my story of organizing, and know that there are many other stories like mine of JVP members who are students, rabbis, artists. And we so congratulate the BDS movement on its phenomenal growth. We know that this movement is a major factor from presidential elections to European parliaments to Israeli budget priorities. We are so proud at JVP to play our small part. So thank you for your leadership and for welcoming us into this struggle.